Hey now, welcome to the RaceGrooves Weekend Show for the weekend ending April 9th, 2017. Later on in the show, we're going to show some Hot Wheels retro entertainment, now called just entertainment or Hot Wheels entertainment, I'm not sure, and some new M2. But first, let's feature some comments from this week. For Truckin' Tuesday, I did Trash Pack, Trash Wheels, Muck Mover. It's a truck from a few years ago. Someone happened to ask recently about trash wheels. I thought, you know what, I got a truck. I could show that one in Truckin' Tuesday. And a comment from that video was Game Fox 2000. Hey, Mark, I noticed at 7:15 that the car looks like a Christmas tree or a wig with bugs. To me, I thought it looked like a Christmas tree. I love seeing those trash wheels again. And on the same note, someone else also commented, Samuel, in the thumbnail, I thought the green car was a Christmas tree. Let's go ahead and check out that model. You can see how it looks like a Christmas tree, right? Colorful, it's a triangle, pointy on the top. Pointy on the top. Love the bug eyes on this car. Now the Trash Bag Trash Wheels, there was different segments. You had litter buggies. There was the takeaway bunch, which was like fast food. Nuck trucks, a bunch of truck models. Army junk, military type vehicles. Rust buckets, these were like computer type stuff, and skid marks. And if we look at the skid marks, one of the cars was, yep, there you go. It's not a Christmas tree. By the way, I went through my bag of cars and I found another color. I have purple too. As you can tell, the cars are really small. The Archer wanted to know, can those cars fit on the Super 6-lane? Well, they'll fit because they're so small. He wanted to also know, are they 1/13 scale or am I wrong? Well, since scale means it's scaled to like the real thing, well, there is no real trash wheels, so they can't be scaled to anything. But let's go ahead and check them out on the track. Now, the Super 6-lane, it's made for like Hot Wheels sized cars. It uses these pegs to hold the cars at the starting gate. I don't know, when the pegs go down, is the car going to get stuck on the hole? Well, there you go. There's your answer. It does fit. Well, since I'm here, how about we do a race? I picked out 6 different vehicles. Let's get them lined up. It's kind of hard because they're so small. Normally, like the sides of the lanes can help them stay lined up straight. You want to make sure you have fair races. So when you put your cars in the start gate, you want to make sure that they're straight. I better double check because when you look from the side, it's not always easy to tell. See, now look. When I look at it this way, look at the green one. It's all crooked. Hey, camera guy, get up. There. Oops, sorry. Okay. Let's see. Just a little bit. I could do this all day. Come on, let's get racing. There you go. See, since they're so small, they have room to get spun around in the lanes. So as soon as they wipe out, that's it. They're done. Just a matter of, hey, what are you guys doing backwards? And who won? There you go. The computer monitor. Congratulations. The Muck Mover was a nice little car hauler for the Trash Wheels vehicles. Holds 8 of the Trash Wheels vehicles. Warwick O'Connor wanted to know, ask RaceGrooves, how many Hot Wheels cars can fit in the Trash Wheels Muck Mover? Well, let me check that out. I grabbed a few Hot Wheels to test out. First up, let's go ahead and try the 2016 Ford GT Race. Fits, not a problem. Let's try the Cool Combi. It might be tall, I don't know. Oh, no problem. It's not getting hung up on anything. And let's put in the Ford GT Race. Yeah, 2 cars, no problem. Well, what about the 17 Ford GT? It's kind of wide. In the back, the fenders in the back, fenders are kind of wide. So it does not fit. Maybe we can just put it up on top. It looks like it's too wide for the top as well. I guess you could just put it up there. It could stay like that. Who knows? Who cares? But what about the Trash Wheels vehicles? How many of these do you think I could pile in there? Now, you could put 4 if you just park them in normally, but what if you pile them in there? How many do you think I will get in there out of the 10? All 10? Less? How many? Make a guess and we'll see how many of you got it right. Only one guess though. Don't sit there and guess 5 and then make another comment 6, another comment 7. One comment. What's your guess? If you make more than one guess, you need to delete your other ones and decide which one you're going to keep, okay? I did a Hot Wheels case unboxing video this week. It was the Hot Wheels 2017 G USA case. I had already done the worldwide international case, and this assortment was the USA with English cards, and Lightning Let's Bills suggested, I think you should add a little quiet background music to break some of the silence. Yeah, you know, I've thought about that, but like with my Off the Pegs videos, I put music while I'm going through the store, and some people don't like the music that I use. You should use this, you should. It's amazing how much controversy it can be just for me to add music. And I think, you know what, there's not a whole lot of gaps in when I'm doing the case unboxing videos. This time there was a little bit more because it was a duplicate case. I had already done the worldwide international mix, now USA. So kind of the same cars we have seen. So maybe there was some spots, but to me, I'm not likely. But, you know, I can listen to other feedback as well. Shadow Snake noticed that rigger motor is missing the motor at 837. What a fantastic find, especially for me, an error collector. Here's what rigger motor is supposed to look like. Rigger motor, it's got a big old motor. It's a casket if you didn't know. It's been changed, the front's a little bit different, but check it out. No motor. Fantastic find, straight out of the case. By the way, someone said that the canopy's missing, but the canopy is there. It's just that it's clear and it's hard to see when you hold it sideways. But the interior's not there. If you notice, the silver interior is part of the motor, so since the motor's missing, that means that whole chrome piece is missing, so no interior either. Hot Wheels has a new model. It's called Flash Drive, and the Gold Shot said, if you look at the back of the flash drive, it says that the movable front and rear wings, which is pretty cool, like a few other models have had in the past to help them in the loops. Let's check it out. Here's Flash Drive. Pretty interesting looking model. And here's the back that he was talking about. It said, with an energy storage system that is charged by both the engine and the regenerative braking system, this futuristic four-wheel drive can produce 1,000 horsepower on demand. Movable front and rear wings can raise and lower, customizing the downforce and clearance for track. Flash Drive blasts us into future faster and sleeker than we ever imagined. This is what we have on the USA package. We also have this here. It says new for 2017. That's not on the worldwide international packages. The worldwide also don't have the little info on the back. I'm not sure why. Well, I guess it's just more for them to translate because it has multiple languages on the international cards. The cars are exactly the same. It's just a little bit different in the printing of the package. That's all. Let's go ahead and check out that moving feature. Now, these parts right here, these are to help the cars go through the loops. Now, this is a new thing that Hot Wheels has been implementing, a movable bumper or splitter, because when cars go through the loop, they can't have a low splitter. Let's go ahead and snap it in the lower position. You can see there's a little tab, so you want to pull the bumper over that tab, and there you go. Look how flat, low, and sleek the model is. In the rear, it's the same thing, has that same function. A little notch for you to clip the bumper on. Let's try it in the lower position. As you can see, the wheels don't even touch the ground. So the car's scraping on the bumpers. Now you just want to move them up. And that should help it go through the loops. Let's check. There you go. Look, it's freewheeling. It's not dragging. So when you want to use him on the track, that's what you got to do. Move the bumpers. He's not the first one to have front and rear adjustable bumpers. Voltage Spike also had it. But look, Voltage Spike, it said on the back of the package, it showed you with an illustration. So that was nice. I don't know why they don't continue to use that image. It helps explain. Same thing. You just want to clip it over that latch. The rear is the same thing. By the way, flash drive, you know, this is last year, 2016. I think it had a couple colors. Different styles for the bumpers. Same function, though. Let's go ahead and try flash drive in the loop as well. Look, it's getting stuck. You can see as I'm turning it, it gets hung up on the hill. So now let's go ahead and make it track compatible. Flip up the bumpers. It doesn't work so well with Aristorat, but this one's working well. Unfortunately, there was a recent loss in the Mattel Hot Wheels family. Wayne Arthur Scott Jr. has passed a couple weeks ago. And he did design a couple Hot Wheels models. I think he was mostly a graphics guy. But let's go ahead and take a look at those models. A few years ago, there was a series called Larry's Garage, and then they made it Wayne's Garage. They went ahead and had a few releases for Wayne as well. This casting right here, Rolling Thunder, this one is credited as being designed by Wayne Scott. Pretty interesting lead sled type model. Here's some of the others from that series. I'm not sure which ones I have. He did make a basic model back in 2010. He had a 2010 new model, Tool again. Yeah, that model's still around as a matter of fact. So that's his car. He had a basic car. And guess what? It was a treasure hunt this year in 2017. There you go, Circle Flame logo. This car I like to collect. And now, this one has a special place in my collection. Godspeed to his family. I started a Patreon account a couple weeks ago. If you'd like to support RaceGrooves, you can do so through Patreon to directly support what I do here on YouTube. And if you give a $5 and up pledge, I'll be giving shout outs just like Nicholas. Thanks to his mom, too. $5 a month pledge support. Thank you very much. And again, the link is in the description. Now I'm going to take a break. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at some brand new M2 and a little look back at the Hot Wheels Entertainment Series. When Hot Wheels first brought out this line, I think it was 2013. The packages say 2012 copyright, but I think it was 2013. They were called Hot Wheels Retro or Retro Entertainment. There was 5 cars in the bunch. You had Ghostbusters, a Batman release, Scooby-Doo. That's why it was called Retro Entertainment. You had movies, TV, cartoons, TV, and here you have movie. Nowadays, I think they just call it HW or Hot Wheels Entertainment. I'm not sure, but they still have the same packages. It was a nice variety of cars from like entertainment. Movies, TV, commercials. Not commercials, but it wouldn't be all the same. They would turn around and they have like American Graffiti. And then in a later batch, you would have something like this sample for American Graffiti. You would have the 58 Impala. Other sets included the 75 Kenworth W900 for Smokey and the Bandit. And then later on, maybe you would have the 77 Pontiac Firebird. So this was from a movie. Now, since it's kind of a wide open category, they would have obscure shows like Simon and Simon. I think I heard it, but I never watched the show. It enabled them to have nice vehicles like this Dodge Macho Power Wagon. This is a very cool piece. Love the tires, love the colors. Looks fantastic. And of course you have popular TV shows like the Brady Bunch. Yeah, this was kind of neat. You know, how many of us older folk, everybody watched Brady Bunch back then. And now they've moved basically into games. Need for Speed, Koenigsegg Agera. Oops. Koenigsegg Agera, I think. Agera, whatever. But video games are pretty cool because then it allows them, it's still entertainment, right? So it enables them to break the category wide open. Here were 5 releases. They had Forza, had the Falcon, Ford GT. I got a few of those separately. Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GTA, 12 Camaro ZL1 Concept, and Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera. Now, these 5 were singles. Toys R Us in the USA, it did get this box set, so I had to get this one. Beautiful picture. It just looked fantastic. I'm going to keep this one in the package. Well, now it seems like that's what they're going to do. Is they're taking the entertainment segment, and then they're making like themed segments with 5 cars. But, you know, they still release, they've re-released the Ghostbusters. Now they have Halo as a 5-car set. Not cars. Models. Die-cast models. And check it out. Look, metal. That means they have a metal base and metal body. All 5 of these are actually metal. Now, I wouldn't normally pick these up. I'm a car guy. I've never played Halo. I have Xbox, but I never played Halo. Let me give you more of a close-up on those. Banished Wraith is that model. Here you have the Covenant Ghost, kind of purplish. I won't open them up because they don't roll, so I'm going to open up these other ones. These are pretty cool. Here you have the UNSC Gun Goose, UNSC Scorpion. Got a tank in the lineup if you like military vehicles, if you like to collect Hot Wheels. And you also have the UNSC Warthog in the entertainment series. Now, if you collect the basics, the UNSC Warthog was in the basics as well. It's the 2017 new model. You've probably seen it by now. It's the same exact casting, but they give this one more temples, more decorations. You have silver trim along this edge right here. Check out those big fat rubber tires, looking good. And like I said, metal. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Sure enough, metal base, rubber tires. Love these big fat rubber tires. Look fantastic. And here's the details, the extra details I was talking about. You have silver trim along the edging here. You have a red decoration in the back. Let me go ahead and open up the basic. Oh yeah, you can see here on the stepping, the step right there. Got decoration right there as well. You also have on here, you can see there's red temples. Nothing here on this one on the basic. So it's nice to get a better version for the retro. It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same casting, but they give it a higher level of detail. So if you're a fan of the Halo, then that's a nice model to pick up. Or if you know a fan, buy it for them for a present. And here is the other one, the UNSC Scorpion. This part's metal. No, I think maybe the green part's just metal. Let me check. No, it is. This part's metal. This part right here, this part's rubber. This part on top is rubber. Give you a close-up of that one. And last but not least, the tank. Tanks are cool. Especially this one. Look how wide it is. I don't have any samples like this. It's definitely wider than a normal casting. Here's a comparison. If you notice, it was in the package sideways. So it has little wheels. These are not treads. They're just part of the base, metal. So it rolls on those little wheels. As you can see, I already turned the turret. So the turret turns. A little bit of movement up and down. Has a little sub-turret right here. Let's see. Yeah, that one moves. No up and down because that's a static piece. So there's a look at some of the retro entertainment that have been released from Mattel. Definitely nicer die-cast. Well, and hence the higher price. You're getting value for what you're paying for. M2 sent me a box. Let's check it out. It's a new set called Class of 1957. The M2 look really nice in these acrylic display cases. Fantastic. But I'm going to open them up so that I can show you the details. The back of the box explains all of the details in these models. You get a die-cast body, separate headlights, opening doors, real chrome bumpers. Not only that, the hood is a separate piece, rubber tires. Look at all those pieces. 42 individual parts in this little die-cast car. Of course, you can't have a Class of 1957 without including the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air. This was a given. Let's check it out. Nice acrylic cases. Keep your die-cast collectibles dust-free. And here's all the parts. That's a separate chrome bumper. Look at the details right there. Pad printing on the side. The headlights, that's a separate piece. That's not paint on there. Those are inserts. Opening hood. Inside, you have multi-piece engines. I like those white wall tires. Nice, nice white wall tires. Looking pretty good. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it can get wonky trying to get that circle just right. Looks good. No opening trunk, I do not believe. Nope, no opening trunk. And each car is going to have a little insignia on the window right there. Class of 1957. I like the diamond grading plate too. Looks good. Opening doors. So when it's in the package, you can't see that because, well, you can, but the side that faces you does not have the opening feature. But when you look at the box, you can see it. It's right there on the other side. Here's the 1957 Dodge Custom Royal Lancer D500. Again, nice wheels. Just has a little bit of white wall on the inside. High fins. Of course, fins typical of 1957. Opening hood. There's your multi-piece engine inside. Headlights. Separate bumper piece, of course. Just very, very nice. Very classy piece. You know, M2, they do their thing. 1957 on the license plate. And you know what? The Chevy Bel Air, it had 1957 on the license plate as well. There's two of the set. Here's a third, the 1957 Ford Fairlane 500. Getting a little bit bigger with that white wall, fat white wall tires. My light might be glaring on that chrome. Let me, there you go. Now you see the chrome hub and the white wall tire. My light's a little too bright on the side, I guess. I talked about the details already with the front bumpers. Deco on the hood. Multi-piece engine. Check out the interior. You have a two-tone interior. Very nice. And the license plate. 1957. I turn my light down a little bit so maybe we'll get less glare. Yeah, you can see the chrome rim better now, and it doesn't blend into the white sidewall tire. 1957 Mercury Turnpike Cruiser. I forgot to check online. Look at, is this how the car really is? I thought maybe this thing's missing a part or something. It really stuck out like that. Look at that. Look at that window edge. Very unique. That's what's nice about smaller companies like M2. They get to do these, you know, obscure castings. Too often with die-cast companies, what do you see all the time? 1957 Chevy. It's so popular, you know. But it's neat because this way you get to you get variety in your collection, or you get to vary your collection. Again, inside, two-tone decoration inside. Check out this on the back. What would that be? I don't know. That's not for a police car. I don't know what that's for. Not an antenna. 1957. Back then we had antennas right here. Not we. I wasn't born in 1957. I came later. I shouldn't say that. Very nice. Very nice. 1957 DeSoto Fireflight. This is a pretty neat casting. I like the decoration. Two-tone, white and brown. You have two-tone interior as well. Very classy. You have your roof. Two-tone engine. Now the engine's diagonal. You see that? Fill me in. I know about toy cars. I don't know about real cars. It looks like that's how it's supposed to be. At first I thought, well, maybe something moved, but I don't know. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Pardon my knife. This way I used to open the boxes. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. I'm not familiar with this car in real life. What's up with those diagonal engines or heads or carburetors? 1957, and there's the decoration on the back window, class of 1957 from M2. And one more, 1957 Chrysler 300C. You know, I know about the 300C nowadays. I had no idea that that brand went back so far with Chrysler. No idea. First time I even heard about it. This one kind of has like the angled engine parts as well. There's a look at the grille, your headlight inserts, decorations, separate chrome bumper. Again, nice wheels. And, oh yeah, inserts for the taillights too. Look at that. That's very cool. Very nice multi-piece diecast from M2. Thanks for sending them for me to check out. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at some YouTube things going on, as well as Ask RaceGrooves. Thanks for sticking around. It's been an interesting week, 2 weeks on YouTube. Big advertiser issues, not necessarily with RaceGrooves itself, but with YouTube as a whole. Advertisers, their ads were being shown in front of some unsafe content, and maybe content that the ads wouldn't want to be, advertisers would not want to be associated with. Guess how much? It's reported $750 million worth of ads. The advertisers said, no, we're not putting it on YouTube no more. Now, I suspect that it was the Wall Street Journal that first started reporting this, right? And, you know, these big companies, they battle and, you know, they're fighting each other for ad revenue and trying to get advertisers' dollars. I don't necessarily think that the Wall Street Journal did their reporting just to be fair and biased. You know, it's kind of suspicious. Now, I agree to advertisers, if they don't want to be shown in front of content that they don't want to be associated with, it's their money. They have the choice, right? But the advertisers also should be checking boxes on their AdSense or AdWords saying, don't show me in front of hate speech, different kinds of content. They have that option. But now, if the money is being taken away from YouTube, where's it going to be spent? Somewhere else. You know, these big corporations, TV, newspaper, internet, everybody's competing for the advertiser dollars. So I'm not so sure Wall Street Journal was doing it fair and unbiased just to report it, or were they trying to hurt YouTube? Anyways, YouTube, they've had to address some things, and here is one of the first things that they have decided to do. This is just from a few days ago, Thursday, April 6th, introducing expanded YouTube partner program safeguards to protect creators. You can pause this if you'd like to read it. Now, they say it's to protect creators, and it kind of is. It's because there's people stealing content and putting it up on channels, and they're earning money off of other people's videos. Well, that's not right to the original creator. But to be honest, the other reason they're doing this is to make sure that YouTube can check out these new channels before they get ads. What YouTube's going to do, if your channel has over 10,000 views, you are not affected. This is not 10,000 views on a video. If all the views on your entire channel is over 10,000 views, this does not affect you. But if you're a smaller channel and you don't have 10,000 total views, this does affect you. YouTube is not going to show ads on those smaller channels until they get 10,000 views. They want to make sure, they want to check out the channel, see what kind of content it is, make sure there's no cheating going on, people buying views, there's some stuff going on. I don't get involved in that. But look, 10,000 views, it gives YouTube a chance to check out your channel. Make sure you're okay for YouTube. Make sure you're not breaking rules. Make sure you're okay for the advertiser. Some people might not be happy with this, but you know what? When I started, we didn't get instant monetization. You couldn't just sign up and say, hey, show me the money. Here's an email of mine from 2010, January 11th, 2010. So that's 7 years ago now. YouTube would contact us to say, hey, would you like to put ads on this video? It wasn't automatic to where I can put an ad on any video I wanted. No, they would contact us if we wanted to show ads on a video. Now, they did have a partner program, and I would apply the partner program. Here's my first application back in August of 2008. And it's the typical, thank you for your interest, but no. So I couldn't get the perks that some of the other channels were getting, even though I was getting views. Check out all these emails. All the way back to January 2010, you know, they would contact me and say, hey, would you like to apply for this video? Would you like to apply for that video? But look, you see Hot Wheels Trick Tracks Dino Claw all the way at the bottom is January 11th. And then look, 6 months later, July 22nd. I was making videos for 6 months, and I wasn't doing it for the ads. I mean, I was trying to grow my channel and stuff, but I wasn't making any money. I was just making videos trying to grow my channel. So you see, from January to July, no contact. That Hot Wheels Trick Tracks Dino Claw, that video was made back in June of 2009. I had a lot of views by the time they even contacted me. Not only that, look at all these other videos. Some of them were getting a lot of views, and I wasn't even getting contacted. It wasn't until a year and a half later, October of 2011, when they finally said, congratulations, you're a YouTube partner. So I had the options of which videos I wanted to monetize and which ones I didn't. It was up to me. To be honest, the videos that I knew weren't going to get a lot of views, I didn't monetize them because those were my videos where I was trying to get people interested in my channel. The videos that would get big views, oh yeah, those are the ones that I would monetize because I know that I'm going to get a lot of views on them. Now some people are going to say, you should just do videos for fun. Well, you have to understand, this is my living now. Back then, I was growing my channel, so of course, I had a goal, and here I am. I had my goal, and I reached my goal, right? 500 million views on my channel, 450,000 subscribers. Now things are a lot on the downswing. I'm learning less. I'm actually earning less now than I was working at the post office. But I still have plans. Hopefully, I'm changing things up. I'll be growing the channel. If you can support me on Patreon, that helps as well. It's a little bit, right? So I have plans. Don't worry. But if you want to make videos for fun, make videos for fun. If you want to make videos to earn money, it's up to you. It's YouTube. You do what you want to do. DJJ Dillon, ask RaceGrooves. Hey, RaceGrooves, I just wanted to mention, if anyone noticed, the casting change in the Lotus Esprit spoiler, as before it was plastic and the other is just a part of the die-cast body. I'd hope you can share this comment for your weekend show. Well, Hot Wheels has changed a lot of castings, getting rid of that plastic spoiler. They're just making it one piece. It's because of cost purposes, because of labor purposes. But let's go ahead and check out that Lotus Esprit. Here we have the HW Exotics 5-pack. I think this is from 2016, 2015. It's not the most recent one, but there you have the Lotus Esprit. And the spoiler is part of the body. It's molded with the body. Still a great looking car. But when it was, the other releases that it had, you can see the spoiler's a different color. Well, that's because it's a plastic piece and it's an insert. So it looks nice. It's two-tone, but it's a separate piece. This one's from 2007. Here's a glance at the back of the car. And I do have another sample. This one here, 2003 is this one here. So we're going a ways back, 14 years ago. Here you have Shinobi from the Sega series, Lotus Esprit. There you go, separate color, so you know it's a separate piece. You know, pretty neat car. And if you like Sega, there's the other models. But back to the pack, there's 5 cars in the pack, in case you didn't know, that 2016 Exotics. Pagani Huayra, nice car. There's a Lambo, Porsche. There's your Lotus Esprit. I love that Alfa Romeo AC Competition. Uh-oh, look at that Porsche. It's got a separate piece. I bet you that's not going to be around for very much longer. On the last weekend show, someone random. Hey, RaceGrooves, I'm collecting the Red Edition cars. That's the Target exclusive Red Edition cars. And he found the 14 Corvette Stingray, and the front right wheel is twisted or turned inside under the well of the car. I just bought the Air, and me being stupid opened the case. Do you know anyone I can trade a mint version of it for my Air? Nice weekend show. Keep up the videos. Absolutely enjoy them. I'm glad you enjoy them. To be honest with you, once you took it out of the package, first of all, people aren't really going to be interested in it. What you're going to need to do, you're going to have to get something in there and unjam that car. That tire will pop right out. But even if it was still in the package, that's not necessarily an Air that an Air collector is going to be interested in. I'm being honest with you, right? Those kinds of things that happen, it's not a big thing to Air collector. Air collectors are interested in missing parts, like that rigger motor I showed you earlier. That was a cool Air. Now, issues with crooked wheels and stuff, it's not even worth the shipping charge for someone to trade with you. Sorry, but you'll be able to fix it, I'm pretty sure. Just get something in there and unjam it, pop it out, you'll be all right. On a side note, maybe you can make it a display piece. Just display it the other way so people can't see the tire. Now, Bumbird 3241, all of your content. I think he said he meant, he left the word out. I love, I don't know what he meant. I all your content, and I'm going to send fan mail soon. Fan mail, my address here is in the description below if you want to send fan mail. Right now I can pretty much read all of it. I don't get a whole lot, so I can read all of it. But he thought that there's a way. Last week I responded to somebody regarding an eBay transaction, and he thought that I was a little bit rude and out of character. And he says, if you can consider your great personality a character, always loving your video. Oh, good. He loves my videos. I didn't know if it was a lover. Hey, he left that out. Always loving your videos. Keep up all your great work. Thank you, Bumper. Now, as far as the character, yeah, you kind of talk a certain way for certain videos. So if I'm making a video targeting, I'm talking to little guys, 3 to 5 year olds, I'll kind of talk a certain way. If I'm talking to collectors like you right now, I talk another way. So this weekend show is intended for collectors and people who understand I'm talking about collecting. It's not a baby show. And as far as me being rude, it was my opinion. I hope I can be honest. That's what this show's for, okay? This is different. This is something different that you would get for something else. So, if you thought it was rude, that's fine. I understand. But I thought he was being rude. But I won't go into that again, you know. I can hear the gardeners outside getting closer and closer. They're trimming. They're doing the gardening on the outside. So I got a few questions left. I better hurry up. Otherwise, it's going to start getting real loud. Demon Sonic 2006. Yo, RaceGrooves. Do you have an email address? Because I have some Hot Wheels laying here. Maybe you can help me with them. Like from what year and what series they are. Well, you know, I'm kind of busy. I'm trying to make videos and stuff. But we have a RaceGrooves community on Facebook, right? So if you post your pictures on the RaceGrooves community on Facebook, I will try to help you. Other collectors will try to help you identify your cars. I can't do it personally, sorry. But if you post them on Facebook, then, you know, somebody will try to help you, okay? Tepaliway Cole, are you wearing Super Mario Goomba hat? What do you think? Yep. Games and Tech 11, please make new videos for track sets and racing playset. I love to watch your videos. Yeah, I've only been able to make like 2 or 3 videos a week for the last couple weeks. And it's because I'm busy, right? I'm trying to get things going. Let me show you some of the stuff that's going on. In the warehouse, I showed you that I have these pieces of paneling because I'm going to put a wall behind my monster truck downhill racetrack. Well, here's part of that wall. Check it out. Hey, wait a second. What's that wheel for? Now, I'm also trying to get my Super 6-lane set up. I'm almost done. I got to find a way to lock down the finish line because I can't have it moving around. Because I extended the track over 20 feet, that means that the finish line is not in the original base. Now, I know some people use weights to keep the finish line wedged in place, but I would like to have something a little different. I cut these 4x4 studs. I figured I'd put them on the side. But I need a hole. I either need to cut off that post or make a hole so that I can lock into the side of the finish line. That means I got to drill a hole so that this thing can go in. This one looks like it's about the right size. So I'll use that one. I don't remember the name of that. It's a drill bit, but it's the kind to where you drill a hole. You can drill out a hole. This looks like about the right size. Once again, you always want to clamp down your work material because when you're working with power tools, you don't want that to shoot out. You never know when that can fly up, fly out. You don't need that thing hitting you. Not only that, you know, you want to drill a nice hole. So you got to keep it locked down in place. It looks good enough for now. I can just get it set right in there. Here's the end of the track. It looks good. Got the holes just right on both sides. And my finish line stands on the ground. Perfect height. The only thing is, kind of gives it the ability to rock around. I'm going to have to come up with a different way. Something that keeps the base locked in. Oh yeah, that wheel that I showed you earlier. I'm going to put the wall. I'm going to make a moving wall so that I can move this wall wherever I need it. This way it's not used in just one place behind the monster truck track. I would like to be able to use it for other things as well. This tool right here, this is my router. I got a lot of things going on. I'm not just making the videos. I got to get things done to make the videos as well. Even though I have a couple filming areas, I probably need a couple more. And to be honest with you now, some of the ones that I'm using need to be improved. Once again, you want to lock down your tools. I don't want to be routering the edges off of my wood and then have this router sliding around as I'm trying to round a corner. And this is what the router's for. You know, when you have your pieces of wood, they have square edges. Well, I would like to have a round edge. What I'm building here, I'm actually building another background for a filming table. And if I have that square edge, when I put the fabric around the background, the square edge, not only could it cut the fabric, but it also, you can tell it's a square edge. Doesn't look good in the background. So I want to round off this edge. As you can tell, it gives it a nice finished appearance. Now, if this were to be behind a wall, it wouldn't matter, but, people will be able to see this edge. So I want a nice round corner. I have to flip the wood over because I actually want 2 rounded sides. There you go. Got a little more work to do, but it looks much better. Here's what that wood is for. My filming tables, I have the blue background. Well, it's fabric stretched over pieces of wood. And when I have the nice rounded corners, look, it just gives it a nice edge instead of a square edge. Of course, I could round the 2x4 as well, but that's enough. Now to build that frame, get some screws. I like using deck screws because I can use them over and over again. Make sure you have a square tool so that you can make sure that your corners are square. I don't need this thing all wonky. Unfortunately, the fabric that I picked out, it was sheer. I didn't realize it was that thin, so you can see the wood right through it. The way that I figured to take care of this was just put a second layer. That'll help hide the imperfection underneath. There you go, the finished job. A new blue background for my extra filming table. Now I made the panel bigger than the table because look at this one here. You can see the crack between my 2 panels. Those are my old panels. I've had those things 7-8 years already. But it's time for new ones. A new blue one so I can completely cover the background. So now when I'm doing my videos, nice and clean. One solid background. I hope you enjoyed another episode of The Weekend Show. Feature comments from viewers like you. Show some behind the scenes stuff going on here. Cover some things that's going. You never know. It's wide open what I can do here. Thank you for watching. Happy collecting and have fun with your toys. Bye bye.